Welcome to another episode of the Movie Brothers. I'm Ant. This is Kev.
And today we have a very special guest with us.
Yes, we do. We have my friend Jeff joining us on the show today.
Thanks, guys. Happy to be here.
Hey, man, we are glad to have you. You're an honorary movie brother for a day.
All right.
We're brother from another mother.
I'll take that right to the chest.
That's right. So, hey, last year, Kev and I did a survey and just tried to get feedback from you guys. What did you want to see us do? And you guys gave us an overwhelming response and said, hey, one of the things we'd like to see you do is have guests on the show, have your friends on the show. So, that's what we're doing. So, again, thanks for taking the time out to come hang with us today, Jeff.
Absolutely.
So, what we're going to review for you today is the film American Sniper. This film is rated R, has a runtime of 2 hours and 12 minutes. This is a biopic. In this film, we have the story on the life of Chris Kyle, who is a highly decorated Navy SEAL and served 4 tours in Iraq.
This film was directed by Clint Eastwood. It stars Bradley Cooper and Sienna Miller. Guys, I gotta tell you, I love Clint Eastwood. I love Clint Eastwood. Whether he's behind the camera or in front of it, doesn't matter. He's an artist extraordinaire as far as I'm concerned. How do you feel about Clint?
Hey, I love him, man. I mean, with my generation and coupled with my love for violence, I'm all about I'm all about Dirty Harry all day.
Clint's the man. I mean, I grew up with Clint. Dirty Harry, High Plains Drifter, probably the only Western ghost movie I can recall, and
Great
Unforgiven.
movie.
Great guy. Great guy.
Movie. Yeah.
All right, and today this film really serves as a biopic, as Anthony said. It hones in on Chris Kyle's exploits over in Iraq. He did 4 tours over 1,000 days in Iraq. Credited with some 160 confirmed kills. And you and I were talking about that. A confirmed kill is a kill that
he had a witness.
Somebody actually saw you do it. Okay.
The guy was busy.
Yeah, so they say he killed some 250 people. That's unconfirmed included. This is a really, really great movie to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed this film. I felt like I was literally on the battlefield for 2 hours. But I was in the comfort of a movie theater and safe and sound. But I mean, it was so real. And at times you're on the edge of your seat, and I'm picking sand out of my teeth. It was so real. But
it's a very visceral experience. It really is.
Yeah, I also enjoyed the movie. I thought it was gripping. It was intense. It showed the brutality of war. It was very emotional for me. Even though Iraq War is fairly recent, started having memories. Whether you think we should be there or not be there, you also start questioning the purpose and if we can even be successful in that type of environment. I found it very, very, very realistic.
Well said.
No doubt.
Well said. This movie is technically proficient as you would expect it to be. Clint Eastwood is a master. He's at the top of his game. Everything is framed just right. It's lit just right. It's shot just right. Every element, every technical element and aspect of this film is done to perfection. The acting, I feel, is very well done. Bradley Cooper, he packed on like 30 pounds of muscle for this thing. Sienna Miller plays his wife, Taya, and she does an outstanding job as well. This is just a very well staged film, and a pleasure to actually witness and watch.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'd have to agree with you on that, Kev. Bradley Cooper, I think he did a solid job in this film. I mean, portraying Chris Kyle, he's got it all down. I mean, he's got the Texas twang, he's got that dip in, he's got his cap down low and everything, and like Kev said, with the weight gain and all that stuff, he got it down pat. Now, would I say he gave an Oscar-worthy performance? I wouldn't go as far to say that, but definitely he did a solid job. Kev, you mentioned Sienna Miller, her portrayal of Chris Kyle's wife. I think she did a great job as well. And plus, what I really liked about her portrayal and her assuming that character, especially just coming off of Selma, you have from Dr. Martin Luther King to Chris Kyle, these 2 men who made these, they found their callings, if you will, right? And they made these tremendous sacrifices, but you never really get to see when those things are happening, what's happening in those individuals' homes, right? Well, what are the wives going through? What are the kids going through? And this film does a good job as well in really showing us what's happening when your husband or your wife is out at war, and the spouse is left trying to hold down the fort.
Absolutely.
Great
Absolutely.
point. I mean, to me, this isn't your typical Bradley Cooper pretty boy movie. If you're a Bradley Cooper fan, he's going to be almost unrecognizable to you in this film.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
He's gained the muscle. He looks the part. He talks the part. In some ways, I think he's very understated. Yet, people that have questioned whether he could stretch in movie roles, I think he nails it here. I think he did a very good job. And in fact, it's interesting how I thought in the movie he almost comes across as our reluctant hero here.
Yes.
Everybody's playing him up, and he's uncomfortable with that role and recognition. So I found a very interesting dichotomy there.
Yeah, yeah, solid point. If I had one issue could put on the table, I would say it's related to the elephant in the room on this film, and it's PTSD. That's post-traumatic stress disorder, for those of you that don't know. But the film doesn't really touch on that much. We get some inklings of, there's some shots, and you see the few times when, Chris Kyle comes home,
Right.
and some things he's dealing with. But for a man to serve that amount of time,
Right.
to have that number of kills, he's dealing with some stuff.
And just when you think they're about to really delve into it, they tend to shy away from it, okay? Which is really a little disappointing, you know, to your point. I agree with that.
So yeah, I would definitely would have liked to have seen them dive a little bit more into that. It also, too, I mean, the murderer, Eddie Ruth, who killed Chris Kyle and his friend at the gun range, I mean, PTSD, allegedly as well a factor there. So, if there was one issue, it would be that.
Right, right.
I was very curious with that too. At one point, you see him sitting in a bar drinking a beer, trying to deal with his demons inside, and it looks like he has been affected. The travesties of war have taken their toll on him. But I was curious that in parts of the movie, it seems like he's kind of coming full circle, and where they let you into the door of PTSD. As quickly as they've done that, they kind of get away from it.
Yeah,
very
they
quickly.
shut it real quick. Chris Kyle is given legendary status by his peers on the battlefield, and also obviously by Clint Eastwood, who is not really hesitant to put him on the cross.
Not Jesus.
I mean, we see Chris Kyle as the consummate hero. He is the super husband, super dad, super soldier, everything. And what we don't see out of this particular character, unfortunately, are shades of gray. Those moments where you question whether or not are we here for the right reasons, and am I doing the right thing? And he makes a statement in this film that he's ready to meet his maker and ask for every shot that he took. Okay,
yeah, pretty much.
So there really is no remorse, shown on the part of this particular character.
Yeah. So, Jeff, you think we can throw some points on this thing, guys?
Let's go for it.
We're ready.
Yeah.
All right. So, Jeff, since you're our guest, we're going to let you go first, man.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. I'm going to give the movie a 7.5 score. I think maybe slightly higher if you're a big fan of war-type movies. Maybe a little bit less if you're not. It's a good movie. I don't have it as a great movie, but it's very entertaining. It's exciting. It's gripping. I think it will pull on the heartstrings a little bit and the emotions. But just a good all-around story from one of our recent war heroes, Chris Kyle. So I really enjoyed it.
Okay, all right. I agree with Jeff. My score is just slightly higher than his. I give this film an 8 out of 10, but I totally agree. It's very, very entertaining. My one issue, there's a missed message here in the PTSD, and I wish, they would have dove deeper into that. But otherwise, a good movie.
Right. Many will compare this film to Catherine Bigelow's The Hurt Locker, just based off subject matter alone. I don't think that's a fair comparison. First off, I think The Hurt Locker is a much better film than this one is, regardless of what Anthony thinks over here. In that film, in my humble opinion, it is just as deftly directed, but the characters are more well defined in The Hurt Locker. They are flawed and more human.
Very flawed. Very flawed.
Did I talk during yours?
Please continue, sir.
Thank you. All right. In this film, I don't really see any flaws. I don't see anything other than the portrayal of a Superman here doing his duty for God and country. And, you know that it's just not that cut and dry. You know, there's more to it, more underneath the surface than that. They touch on it. Clint Eastwood touches on it from time to time. But the biggest issue that Anthony had was regarding the PTSD. You know, if we had been able to see how the war really changes our veterans or changed our veterans, then it may have been more resonant, you know, in that particular regard. But having said that, I still think it's a very well-made film. I love the fact that Clint Eastwood didn't resort to the shaky cam that a lot of action films and war movies resort to these days. He frames everything. It's nice and perfect, and everything he wants you to see, you see. I give this movie a 7 out of 10.
All right, there you have it, guys. So you got a 7.5 from Jeff, an 8 from me, and you got a 7 from Kev. That is our show. We want to thank Jeff again for coming out and hanging out with us today.
Thank you guys. I enjoyed it.
Thank you for being
anytime,
here.
man.
Yes,
Anytime. Now, Jeff, before we let you go, I got to put you on the spot, man. So you're a fan of the show. Who do you tend to lean towards when you watch us? Is it me or is it Kev?
Well, that's a tough question, but I'm probably going to choose you because I don't know if Kev can hit me from across the table. So.
Smart man. But hey, man, we really enjoyed you. So thanks again.
Thank you for being here.
Hey guys, that's our show for you. I'm Ant. This is Kev. We are the Movie Brothers, and this is the place, the one and only place where we bring you nothing but the real on the real. Peace.